Good morning and welcome to build day 16 of the Haunted Tents build. Just getting out here for the morning. It's about 10 o'clock. Breakfast of the day. We're gonna go a cream cheese Danish and chocolate milk. So there's your breakfast. Have fun with it. And as far as order of business today, we've got a couple of things we're going to work on. We got up last night. We got the peepers in. We've got the spider displays done. All three areas. And told the wife she was good to go on cobwebbing, so she could get going and get all these bushes cobwebbed, get the spider displays cobwebbed. And I got to thinking, I've got one more step I've got to do out here before she can cobweb the bushes. And I talked to her this morning. She plans on starting with the spider display, which frees me to do the other step. And that's these here, the 2x2s. They need to be painted black. I also need to go back through all the zip ties from the peepers and get those painted black as well. So we're going to start off with that today. A little bit of painting. And it's not all the painting I need to do, but at least it's part of it. I need to get that done so she can cobweb. And by the time she gets done with the spider display, those should be dry. Sorry about that. Needed to relight my cigar. Went out. Dang things have a nice flavor to them, but they're so moist they go out. Another major project semi-major project I need to do is in the photo gallery. As you can see, sticking up over the wall there's a sheet of plywood. There's an aisleway between where we're at and where it is. I need to get it lifted up over the walls, and it goes in right here where the mirror is for a temporary roof. That way I can get the mirror and some of the stuff for this display out. So after I get done with the painting, I need to get in here and get that plywood installed. Then we are going to be working on whatever tub I grab, whether it be Pirate or Photo Hall or whatever. We're going to start bringing stuff out and getting it into its displays. Now, working hours out here I wanted to touch on. I've been working till dinner, eating dinner, and then coming back out here and working for a couple hours. I'm changing that up tonight, starting tonight. I've got a small project, semi-small project I need to work on. It's going to have repercussions both on the haunt and on West Coast next year, West Coast Haunters Convention next year. One of the things we were thinking about peddling at the convention was some LED floodlights. And for the haunt, I wanted to switch over the arborvitaes from incandescent lighting, basically clamp lights like that with a party bulb in it that I install down here in a niche, and I have to run a crap ton of extension cords in here to get them all linked up to light. I want to convert them over to LEDs. So I've got, for the most part, as far as I know, all the parts I need to do that. I've been working all summer on soldering LEDs up for doing floodlights, but I need to work. I haven't done any work on the housings or anything yet. So I'm thinking after dinner I'm going to start spending time out in the shop getting all the parts for the housings cut out and ready to assemble. So starting tonight, I might, and that is if I have everything I need, spend some time, instead of being out here, we'll end up in the shop, and I'll run you through that LED light project I've been working on. So it's going to be a little bit of a change in the build. So it is partially haunt related because I need floods to go in between the bushes, but it's also part of West Coast Haunters Convention too. So I bring you that up. But for right now, I'm going to head into the shop, get some paint, and start getting the zip ties and 2x2s along the fencing here painted. First snippet of the day. I went through the whole haunt, and anything I had as far as 2x2s that we were using for fence panels have been painted. But I even went through and painted the zip ties. I need to come back through and trim the zip ties off a little bit more, but that can be done later. Set dresser is out here doing her thing with the cobwebbing. She's like, oh God, he's got the damn camera again. But she's been working on the bouncing spider, and it is looking good. Man, is it looking good. Oh. She's going to come off that ladder here in a second and beat the hell out of me. But the cobwebbing is turning out really good. She's been out here for about a half hour. It took her about a half hour to do this. Just on the jumper.
Less than a half hour, actually.
Less than a half hour?
Yeah, because I had to get set up.
That's true. But she's slowly working, doing the walls and everything. It's going to be really interesting with the cobwebbing up, and if I get the UV spots in here, you know, to get the fluorescent green to glow, and then with the cobwebbing and everything, it might look really, really interesting in here. But now that I got the painting done, it's time to wrangle that piece of plywood I showed you last clip. Okay, not too bad. Plywood went up easier than I thought it would. But I figured I'd show you. Not much to see really. But this will give me some direct rain protection. I might still, depending on if the wind blows, get some drips down the wall. That's fine. I just don't want direct rain hitting the stuff that goes in here. And while I had the saw out, some of my bracing I had, it was just odd sizes. I didn't measure. I just brought it out and put it up. I left the tab sticking out, so I went through this section. I cut all the tabs off. So I got little chunks of wood all over the place. Now, we got the painting done. We got the plywood done. That's 2 projects. Wife's over having fun doing her thing in the spider display. So I think since we started on the photo haul with that piece of plywood, I'm going to go see if I can find the rest of the stuff for the photo haul. I'm going to bring it out, and we're going to work on the photo haul. That's going to be our next major display. Well, another display done, at least as far as getting the items into it. The photo haul, or Rogues Gallery. Now everyone knows that lovable face. And into the mirror. And we're out. Now, oh, by the way, this is to Julie, aka Yard Hunter 5's wife. Julie, have you ever gotten so pissed off at Steve that you just wanted to strangle him or hang him, just stretch him up and let him dangle and kick his heels for a while? Well, don't worry about it. I took the trouble of doing it for you. See? He's hung. I hung him. And he's dangling. Even rocking a little bit. See? He's kicking his feet, Julie. So don't bother. We'll let him hang there for a while, see if he straightens out. After joking around about Yard Hunter, I was going to sit down and take a break. And I got to thinking, I owe you another snippet. The wife's been at it. She's got things cobwebbed up, and it's real fine cobwebbing right through here. I think when I can get UV lighting in, this white cobwebbing ought to react to it. And she didn't do hardly anything over here on this side of the spider, because I've got to get in there and do the electrical and the control boards and the air and stuff. So basically all she's done is a light going over. Once I'm done with all the electrical and everything, she'll get out here with the webbing and go over everything really, really hard and beef things up. She even put some over the scene setter. You know, same thing in here with these 2 props. You know, I need to be able to get in there and do the electrical and stuff, and then she'll come back in and hit them up hard and heavy. That's not too bad. She's got a couple of cobwebs a bit low though. She's going to have to do an adjustment on them, or I'm going to tear the hell out of them running through the maze. And then she just got started in here and she pooped out. She wanted to take a break. It's going on about 3. She's been out here almost as long as I have, just doing cobwebbing. And she's not anywhere near done yet. She's still got a long, long way to go. After my break, my next chore is going to be those. This is the tub that I had all my little pictures in for the photo haul. Also have my manacles in it, which go on some skellies that I hang in the chain haul. So I'm going to drag a bunch of skellies out, plus the tub that has all the plastic chaining in it. And we're going to go out and we're going to do the chain haul next. So that's going to be our next display after I get done with my smoke, which I need desperately at the moment. Weather's nice today. We've been running mid-60s the last week, 2 weeks or so, and it's been kind of windy and cloudy and sprinkling off and on. Today, hardly no clouds in the sky, tons of sunshine. It's 75. I tell you, you start working out in the sun after your system's slightly adjusted to cooler temperature, and you just start sweating. So it feels good just to kind of sit and have something cold to drink and puff on a stogie. So anyway, next display is going to be the photo haul. We just finished the photo haul. It's going to be the chain haul. Pardon me. Hey, I know it's dark. I'm standing in the Gypsy display at the moment, so you probably can't see me worth a shit unless I do this. You might get a little glow, but if not, you'll see the fire off my cigar. But anyway, I'm standing at the exit to the Gypsy. It's after dinner, and we just got finished with the chain haul. So, figured I'd show you. They're going to come. There'll be black plastic in between the Gypsy and the chain haul. They'll come out. Skeleton. Another skeleton. Another skeleton. And there's one hidden there in the corner. And one there. Then after they hit this one, they go through one more set of chains. And they're out. Out of the hunt. But this is going to be our closer for the year. And there's a couple of little nooks and crannies in here where a person could stand to give a kind of a startle scare. There's one right at the exit. And then as they come out of the Gypsy room, since there's black plastic, this corner over here is a good one too, because they're going to be fighting the black plastic hanging down. So we can get a good scare in there, hopefully. We've got a lot of those type of little corners in here, kind of a blind corner. And people normally don't look left and right. They just go right through the curtains and just keep going straight. So you can kind of get them. Now, it is after dinner. I mentioned earlier I have a side project I need to get done that's haunt related. So let's move out into the shop and I'll show you what we're going to be working on out there. Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair workshop. One last prop for the season. I don't know if it's going to get done or not. But I mentioned I've been working on LEDs off and on all summer, getting the resistors soldered on and stuff. I made up a crap ton of red, green, and blue flood LEDs. In other words, there's 3 LEDs to a clip, and I'm going to be putting 5 clips into these. So it'll be 15 LED floodlight. These are a outlet box or a switch box used for electrical, and I was going to use these for housing. I'm going to use a sheet of Luan. I got to cut it down to fit these boxes for the backers to hold the LEDs, and we're going to put some of the silver film that I got from Scarrow Hollow earlier in the season as a reflective material inside these. These boxes should work perfect. They do need to be altered a little bit. I'm going to need to grind this hump down so it's smooth. Only a little bit. I want to leave a little bit of it up to act as a backer for the lights when I put them in. Then I also need to yank the nails out and drill out those holes a little bit so they'll accept a zip tie. I want to use that as a way of mounting them for aerial like up on the wall, to use zip ties. And then I need to drill out 2 holes here at the end. I was going to get some 2-prong stereo jacks, a push button type, to put on here that you can hook the wiring up to and stuff, for powering them. So these need to be altered. Then I need to get this cut down and ran over my table saw to get them cut down to size to fit those boxes. And then I've got a crap ton of chunks of plexiglass, which after all the lights and stuff are in, will go across the top of this to help kind of make it a little bit more watertight. So I've got a lot of little steps I need to do. I've only got 8 boxes though. I only bought 8. I was going to give this a try. I don't have enough parts to do the amount I want to do. But I didn't want to waste money buying, a couple of hundred of this and a couple of hundred of that. Yeah, I'm saying 100. And then find out it's not going to work. So I started out small. I only bought 8 of them. And we'll mess around with it. These are going to be kind of my prototype. If these work out well enough, I'll be selling these at West Coast. Hopefully. But anyway, that's the project I got to work on. And tonight, I am not going to worry. It's too late in the day to be cutting that down. That table saw of mine is noisy, and it's after 8 o'clock. So I'm going to get my little drill press out, put a sanding drum into it, and we're going to see how hard it is to modify these little outlet boxes. Well, it's after 9 o'clock. Time to call it quits. I need to get in and get this video edited and uploaded so we can keep Cap Zone awake at night. Give him nightmares of Ram rambling for hours on end. My little side project, I went and drilled out a hole on each side. And that will fit a zip tie, so you can slide a zip tie through there. And then I took a sanding drum and I sanded that hump down. What it was where you would attach your faceplate for your outlet or switch. And I sanded it down. Now when I get that cut down and the LEDs soldered into it, I'll be able to insert it and it will rest right on top of this here. I'll be able to hot glue it. So that'll work perfectly. I'm not sure if I have that deep enough yet or not. I might need to knock that notch down a little bit further. It will depend on how high the LEDs stick up. I don't want them right up against the plexiglass, and it won't take long to knock those down. Next step on this is I got to drill 2 small holes on this end to accept the push button releases. And that I could do tomorrow. It won't take long, a couple of seconds to drill those all in. The long process is going to be cutting that down and the plexiglass. I only need 8 pieces, but if I'm going to be mass producing these, I might as well just cut the whole thing. Of course, I could just cut it all down to width and do it later. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how things go. I might just cut enough to do this project here and see how it goes. But with that, I'm going to call it quits. Let's see, today we've got the 2x2s for the fences are all, it feels good to sit down. My knee's killing me. I got a bad knee and it's all swollen up from me being kneeling and stuff. But let's see, we got the 2x2s for the fencing all the way through the haunt, painted black. Wife came out, spent 4 hours, got the base cobwebbing done today. We got the photo gallery totally set up, and we got the chain hall totally set up. So that's a couple of good sized areas in the haunt, coming together. Tomorrow, I don't care if I have to dig through tubs, shuffle tubs around, look through everything to find it all. But tomorrow, we're doing the pirate display. I've got, so far, 6 skeletons out in the haunt, and I think there's 4 more that go in the pirate display. So we got skeletons to install, plus all the little set dressing type stuff on my end to get done. My wife has a lot of bottles and other things that she goes through and does. But she can't do it until I get my end of it done. So we're going to be working on Pirate tomorrow, and then maybe move into the Witch display. I'm not sure exactly how much more I have in the Witch to really do. Depends on what's in the tubs, but we're definitely going to be getting the Pirate done tomorrow. Outside of that, I'm going to bring this to a close as soon as I light my cigar. There we go. And as usual, I've lost track of what build day we're on. I believe it's build day 15. So, with that, we're going to say stay spooky and stay toxic on day 15.